Okay, so for this one, this is not a right triangle. So you know you're going to either be using your law of sines or law of cosines. Sorry, I lost my tool here for my pen, so let me get that pulled back up. So you're either going to be using law of sines or law of cosines. And I did send you a video on law of cosines, and I can also send you one for law of sines as well. So let's see which one we need first. They give us that side B is 35. They give us that side A is 41. And they give us that angle B is 117. So we have a known angle side pair. Typically, if I have a known angle side pair, I will use law of sines, because remember, law of sines is sine A over A, which means sine of the angle. And then this is the side opposite that angle, is equal to sine B over B. So all that matters here is that you use sine of an angle and a side opposite that angle, sine of another angle and a side opposite that angle. So here I've got sine of 117 over 35. So let's go ahead and solve for A first, is equal to sine of A over 41. So we're going to go ahead and solve this equation so we can cross multiply. So 41 times the sine of 117 is equal to 35 times the sine of A. And you're going to solve for sine of A, so divide both sides by 35. So at this point you have sine of A is equal to 41 times the sine of 117 over 35. So, all right, so if you're going to solve this problem with a calculator, you first want to make sure that you're in degree mode. I'm using a TI-84, but no matter what you use, just make sure you have DEG highlighted, since 117 is in degrees. So I'm going to go back to my home screen here. So I'm going to type in parentheses, because I want to make sure our order of operations are followed. So 41 times the sine of 117 divided by 35. This is not my answer, though. So that gives me 1.04. So I automatically know something's up with this problem. And I'll tell you why. So if we have sine of 1.04, that means, if we have sine of A equals, I didn't write that right. If we have sine of A equals 1.04, well, remember, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. In a triangle, the hypotenuse is always the largest leg. Well, if it's always bigger than the numerator, then you're never going to get a number bigger than 1. And here we have a value greater than 1. So this is going to be a no solution triangle.